everybody, this is your girl Midnight coming with a video, and this is just a video, a part two, I would say, to what I was already discussing as it relates to Puff Daddy or P. Diddy, Sean Combs. So this little snippet here is basically a lot of people in the industry kind of comparing Jamie Foxx sudden hospitalization to P. Diddy. People are saying that this is not coincidental that he will land in the hospital hospitalized, because he was one of the individuals that was close-knit with P. Diddy, and he may know of a lot of things that Puff Daddy has done at some of the parties he liked to throw. And so people are saying that his hospitalization is not coincidental, and they feel like he may have something to do with that. Now, I don't want to believe that Puff Daddy has anything to do with this man's hospitalization. I don't. And Lord knows, I hope he does not. But I have a clip that I want to show you guys, just with a couple people in the industry talking, and even some clips with Jamie Foxx speaking. You know, jokingly, he's speaking jokingly on the things that happen at these parties that P. Diddy throws, but he's nevertheless talking in the video. So I'm going to show you guys some of the videos from this clip and let you guys hear this. But my thing is this: when Puff Daddy have these kind of parties at his house or wherever he's throwing these kind of parties, when you are inviting people to these kind of parties and people are actually seeing what it is you do, what do you think these people are going to do with the information that they see? Do you think that these people are going to be hush about it? I mean, that's what most people do. They talk about a bomb party, okay? They tell other people about a party that was very enjoyable or fun. They tell people about what they done at the party. They'll tell people about a party that was flop or was boring. You know, people just go back and talk about what it is they did at a decent party, or if it even was a boring party. Like, how do he feel that these people are showing up at these parties or these events that he's having, and he's doing strange ass shit there, and he think that people are not seeing this shit, first off, but they're not gonna speak on it? Like, what world is he really living in when he think that people don't converse with others about what it is they've done at a party, a big event? Even especially if it was some strange shit going on, some homosexual shit, some gay shit, you know, I mean, some propositioning other men type of shit, you know, people gonna talk about that. And especially if a motherfucker's not really down with that lifestyle, they probably didn't know that he was down with it. Like, wow, this nigga wildin'. Like, this is what they really do at these kind of parties? Oh, I can't fuck with this no more. So I'm finna show y'all this little clip. Just listen to it. Hold on.
Began to put out about me, that's not true. But I also understand Puff's perspective, because I know what it's like to have my man. Puff called that Drake. Puff on Drake. I understand that. What I'm doing right here, I ain't really trying to get into that with you. This ain't for us. I got something going on already.
But who are you hanging out with? Diddy? What are you doing?
I mean, yeah. Popped out the town car with a camera. Said, yo, Puff, yo, you gotta let me film this. The whole thing, we need to document this, Playboy. He was like, party. Mm-hmm. And he got pissed at me. He said, yo, don't play with me. I'm your ham. I'm Diddy, you know what I'm saying?
So Jamie Foxx suffered a very serious medical emergency that landed him in the hospital.
See right now. Get a look at him, baby. Come on, man. Let's get these ladies over here. Let's do it.
Atlanta's rapper T.I. believes Diddy is behind Jamie's sickness after the comedian opened up about the producer's past wild parties. The 53-year-old New Yorker is worth around $820 million thanks to his successes in fashion, movies, TV, liquor branding, and, of course, music. But as covered in the documentary Can't Stop, Won't Stop, A Bad Boy Story, his first get-rich-quick scheme was selling drugs while a student at Washington, D.C.'s Howard University. Back in the early 90s, I saw a lot of my friends coming around with big wads of cash, so I decided to try it out, Coase told the Post. In a sense, it was in his genes. His father, Melvin, did the same hustle and was killed in a drug deal gone wrong when Coase was a toddler. But it didn't take long for Puffy to realize street life was not for him. I went out on the strip in Maryland. But when I got there, within about 5 minutes, somebody yelled jump out, a warning of undercover police, so I started to run, he recalled. There were helicopters. They were trying to break down doors. After that, I told God he didn't have to worry about me going down that road. Puff got into music and started making millions. Then the parties began, and that's where Jamie Foxx comes in, according to T.I. Fox, charismatic as ever, took to Hot 97 sometime back, delving into a slew of absolutely hilarious tales from past and present. After taking a quick tally of the women that have been in his life and dispelling rumors of his involvement with Oprah, Fox opened up about his life of partying and the legendary throwdowns he used to put together, apparently taking cues from Hugh Hefner, revering the man from a young age. He also revealed that he partied a lot with Diddy and got to see the dark side of the record executive when drunk.
I would show up to the party in my little town car. It's town, you know. I grab my town car so I could skirt. Puff the SUVs.
Before he joined the upper echelon of the entertainment world in early 2000, he was a moderately successful stand-up comedian with a music degree and a desire to make the most of his two passions. In an episode of author and investor Tim Ferriss' podcast, Fox explains the networking techniques he used as a rising comedian to launch his music career. I was the first social media guy without social media, Fox told Ferriss. Fox recorded every contact he made and aggressively pursued ones that could advance his career as long as he knew he could offer them something in return. One of those guys was Diddy.
Parties.
But Puff say this party, Playboy, this party right here, I said, $1.5 million. I said, what? You spent $1.5 million on it?
After graduating from Elite International University in San Diego, Fox decided to try stand-up comedy and found himself hooked. He moved to Los Angeles and, after a couple of years, made it onto the cast of the Emmy-winning variety show In Living Color in 1991, during which he continued to tour. And although some people began to recognize him, he was still far from being a true star at that point, and he decided that a crucial step to getting there would be to build a network of both fans and influencers in LA. His comedy routine involved cue cards, and at the end of shows, he would ask the audience to write down their names and pager numbers on the cards if they wanted to be kept in the loop for future comedy specials and events. After some time on the road, I had a list of about 800 people, he explained.
And I said, Puff, I'll throw you a party for $400. That will rival this party. And he got...
Several years later, Sean Puff Daddy Combs became one of the biggest names in the music industry. Anytime he came through LA, Fox says, Combs would take over the most popular clubs, barring access to anyone not personally invited.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. I put it in a nice plate. I said, I got Coca-Cola. I put it in a pitcher. We're at $208 and we are killing it right.
After the actor released his debut R&B album in 1994 to little fanfare, he decided that acquiring Combs and his circle could open some doors. He started following Combs' entourage anytime he rolled through LA to try to weasel his way into one of his parties. Since this was long before the era of highly portable cameras, let alone camera phones, Fox decided he could try adding value to Combs' party as a cameraman. One day, he followed Combs to a club and asked him at the entrance, giant VHS
Want to know exactly what's in your P.O. box without calling?
and asked him at the entrance, giant VHS camera in hand, yo, Puff, can I record? Combs recognized him as the guy from In Living Color and decided to make him his personal videographer for the night. Fox's scheme worked, and Combs called him to film more parties over the years.
And I was trying to get in music at that time, so I would throw parties for a reason, because Puff was so famous with music.
It is during these parties that he learned, witnessed, and experienced what T.I. believes has gotten him bedridden.
So what is y'all take on the video? Do y'all feel like most of these people feel in the industry like, I feel like something fishy about that, and suddenly he's in the hospital with unspecified diagnosis, no one knows what led him there. Wishing for him a speedy recovery though, that's for sure. And the last update that was seen, or that I've seen, is that he's recovering well and he's doing much better. But what led him in the hospital? What led up to the hospitalization? What was it? Like, it's unspecified medical complications is what they're calling it. And a lot of other people are finding this to be fishy. Like, the people of the industry that actually spent time around P. Diddy, like, they're feeling like, well, this is kind of suspect. Jamie Foxx was a person that spent a lot of time around him, so he probably do know a lot about what it is that he done behind closed doors of those parties at his events. Maybe he thought that he was going to be talking too much. I'm not sure, but like I said, these people in Hollywood, they belong to a cult. is what I really believe, that it's like a cult. They make you do shit against your morals and values to be wealthy, whether you're a man or a woman. Like, you may have to sleep with another motherfucking man as a heterosexual. Some of these people are actually doing that, you know. You are being forced or made to do things against your will or things that you don't want to do. And some people good for doing that and down for doing that, but for the ones who really feel like, nah, I'm not down with that kind of activity, and when they want to speak on it, they kind of get sabotaged a little bit. You see, their career start to fall off, you know. Hard for them to get work. You getting blackballed, and it's like you can't be vocal about how you feel when you don't want to do stuff like that. And in order for you to it seems that in order for you to get somewhere in Hollywood, you are being forced to do stuff like that. Like, it seems like everybody's being forced to do shit like that, and everybody just ain't with that. So it's just like this. A lot of people that have spent time around him, they already feel some kind of way because maybe he propositioned these same people with his behavior. You know, like I said, if he's homosexual or bisexual, if he's interested in men, that's him. That's his lifestyle. He got to live his life, not me. But for with all the other evil, conniving ass shit that they do at those kind of events, and then to try to keep somebody hushed, because like I said, they even reverting this back to his wife, his ex-wife's death. You know, they felt like she knew a lot too. And now people are really thinking like, wow, this kind of suspect. Jamie Foxx all of a sudden is hospitalized. Shit, even when his wife passed, you know, I'm sure people probably even thought about that then with her, you know, because she knew so much. And you know how people like to keep people hush. You know, it's either you're going to keep them hush by paying them off, or you're going to get rid of them. One or the other, you know, or you're going to scare them in some kind of a way to where they're not going to want to talk. So my thing is, what is y'all thoughts on this thing, on this whole situation? Leave it in the comment section. Make sure y'all press a like. Make sure you comment. And make sure that you subscribe. Because I'm going to be bringing more information as this comes about, because this is kind of like a part 2 to what I've already done with the video with the skeletons in the closet. So this is like just a part 2 to that. But as I get updates on it, I will be coming back with more information for y'all. So again, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section, people. I really want to see some of y'all thoughts on what y'all feel about the whole entire situation. From just finding out about all of the different people in the industry coming forth, saying things about what goes on at his events, till now people are saying this is not a coincidence that Jamie Foxx is hospitalized, and they feel like it's tied back to Puffy Sean Combs. What's up? What's y'all opinion? This is your girl Midnight. I'll be back with another video on another date and another time. Y'all be easy.